So introduce yourself to us.
My name is Trevor Iarkis.
And where are you from?
I'm from Long Branch, New Jersey.
So tell us how Long Branch, New Jersey has influenced you to start surfing.
My dad is probably one of my biggest influences. You know, he taught me how to surf, and ever since I could remember, he had me out on the surfboard with him. Long Branch is basically my main surf spot. It's my hometown. It kind of means a lot to me to surf there.
Where do you go to school?
I go to Hofstra.
So tell us the surf scene on Long Island and comparative to New Jersey.
Long Island is just like New Jersey. It's a sand break. It's just faces in different directions, which wind direction has a lot to do with the size of the wave. What you really want is an offshore wind, which is the wind blowing against the ocean from the beach to make a glassy face. So when the wind's blowing out of the north, it's a really good wave. In New Jersey, when the wind's blowing out of the west, it's a really good wave. They both break the same because it's the sand bottom. It's just, you know, depending on where the wind's coming from.
What's the most exciting part about what you do?
As far as competing goes, I really like to travel with my team because, you know, going over to, say, Indonesia is just a much different experience than hopping in my car and going surfing down the street from my house. You know, you're in Indonesia, you can't just walk to the beach. Sometimes you have to hike through a jungle or a river or take a kayak or a canoe to get to these spots. And you're just dealing with people that are, you know, it's culture shock, you know? You get to check out different places and it's so different, and the food there, the people, it's just really cool to travel.
Where have you been other than New Jersey?
I've surfed Indo a few times. I've been to the British Virgin Islands. I've been to Puerto Rico. I've been to Florida. I've been to California. I've gone to Mexico a bunch of times. No two waves are the same. It's a different experience every time you go out there. Every different surf spot that you go is just a different experience. You know, you're always being challenged. And that's the best part about surfing. It's never the same, and that's awesome.
Have you ever gotten hurt?
I've been to the hospital many times from surfing and just other experience. I'm what you call a frequent flyer, I guess. I'm a regular in the ER.
Describe your worst.
I was going surfing with my friends, and you know, when it comes to surfing, you really shouldn't succumb to peer pressure, because the worst thing you can do is go out and be put in a position that you can't handle, because that's so you get hurt, and that's how bad things happen. And my friends and I went surfing, and they were all ready to go out, and I was doubting myself, but I went out there, and as soon as I paddled out, I realized I made the worst decision of my life. And I turned around and paddled to go in, and I took a wave, and the last thing I remember was falling on the wave, and my friends were bringing me up onto the beach. I got stuck under the water for a while, and I almost drowned. It doesn't faze me anymore. It's one of those things you kind of learn to just take.
Describe the perfect day.
I guess a perfect day is just me and, you know, my dad or my friends and I out surfing. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a competition. It could just be, you know, a day of small waves where we're all just having fun and bonding. It's not necessarily about going out there and surfing the biggest wave. It's just about going out there and having fun and bonding with your friends, you know?
Who's your biggest influence pro-wise?
One of my other influences is Robert August, who's a big-time surfer from the 60s, and I actually had the pleasure of surfing with him in a contest a few summers ago, which was the Brave New World Pro-Am, and he actually made a surfboard for me and signed it.
What was it like to meet someone so influential to you?
Being able to surf with this guy is like surfing with, you know, the Michael Jordan of basketball. It's just, he's a legend. And, you know, going out there and talking to this guy and hearing what he has to say and his stories really give you motivation to want to do more. And just, you know, always push it to the next level.